Welcome everyone to Meatless Monday. I'm so happy you could join us, and we've got a very special edition. Um, Dawn, do you happen to see if the guest is here yet?
I see. Let's see. I see another person in.
All
Let's
right.
see. I see a black screen. Do you see that?
Yeah, but it looks like it's you. It says
Oh, you know
J&J
what?
Video.
Actually, that makes sense. Okay, we got her.
Okay. Hi there.
Hello,
So sorry. Technical difficulties, right?
you're
Thank
doing amazing.
Well, thank you for joining us. We are so excited. I've been like really excited, and I know we had the little time zone thing here where I kind of messed things up last time, so I do apologize, and I'm so thankful you decided to join us this week.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you for organizing this, for being who you are, for spreading the message and love it to the world. And I'm very grateful that I can be here with both of you to share everything that I have to share today. So thank you for getting me in.
Thank you.
You're so
I
welcome.
loved, I just, when I saw your videos, it was like I could feel your energy coming like through the telephone that I was watching on. I could just feel it. And I'm like, wow, okay, fruits for 2 years. Cause I had done raw for a while before when I first went vegan. And then, but I ate a lot of vegetables and not as many fruits. And then I've been watching things that I started thinking, wait, I think we're supposed to eat fruit. So 3 weeks ago, I started my raw journey, and that's how I came across you by looking into, you know, people who ate only fruit. So that's so interesting. Can you just and your name? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing. Is it Kartika?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Kartika. Thank you. If you could just tell us a little about yourself and how you got started on this fruit journey.
Yes, I would love to. So, once again, thank you everyone for watching and whoever is tuning in. I want to start this live with like lots of love that I send out to each one who is listening and whoever is here to you both as well. Let's start with that intention, though, this live is gonna be just bringing in that vibration in everyone's life.
I
And
love it. Good frequencies. Good
Yes,
frequencies.
I
oh, thank
love
you,
it.
darling. Thank you. Thank you for receiving.
Welcome, Vegan Bohemian 2022. Thank you for joining.
Don't forget to smash the like button, everybody.
Yeah. Yes. So, my journey started, I would say, from well, it's forever, but the point at which I really turned into changing my food was I was expanding into really loving myself, and I was realizing that my body was not following through at some level. So I was living in Hanoi, and I was feeling that the pollution was like kind of taking me down, and there was something off. I didn't feel healthy. I just felt that I need to change something in my body, and there was this constant anxiety and stress that I'm not healthy. And I was so confused about how to be healthy. I couldn't just make the connection between the food and body. I was like, is it even possible to be healthy? so,
Right.
Right.
yeah, and all of this led, like this thought process led me to the hospital on the night of Christmas Eve on 2000
Oh
in
no.
2019. Yeah, and I was there, and the doctors told me it's highly possible that I would not go to the next year. And it was an infection that had spread in my body. So I had woken up that day and I tried to hold the cup and it just fell down and it broke. And my chest was hurting, my body was paining, I just couldn't walk. So I called my manager at that time and I said, okay, I need your help. And she was such a beautiful person, blessings on her. She came and she took me to the hospital. All the doctors refused to just take me in, and they were like, "Oh, it's possible that the infection might spread to the head, and you might not survive." So I was just like calling my best friend. I didn't call my parents. I was like, oh my God, they will just be very stressed if they get to know I'm in another country and I am in this state. So,
Right.
so I just called my friend Vishnu and I said, hey, this is what I've been told. What do I do? And he's like, okay, calm down. Just like put on really nice tapes. And remember that if you fast, you can really heal your body very fast. So I had only one choice.
God, I love it. I love it. I love fasting. I believe in that method. I've done it before. Oh, I love it. I'm excited.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I was in the hospital and I was just like played really nice things. I was doing Wim Hof breathing and I was
I
somehow,
do Wim Hof. I love Wim Hof.
yeah, we can detoxify our body through
Yeah.
breathing so fast. And we can, all we need is relaxation and faith and trust. So at that
Yes.
moment, I was just like doing the breath work and I was just like tuning into really nice tapes. And I I was told again and again by the doctors that there is something and I have no idea what it is, and they put like antibiotics in my system. But just with the reprogramming, the self love, the breathing, and deciding not to eat anything and just keeping my body clean, I'd recovered very fast. Like the
Nice.
doctors were, the doctor was coming in and they were asking me, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm doing wonderful." they were they were planning to keep me for 12 days, but they left me like in 3 days, and I was already
Wow.
feeling very good. And at this time, also, this infection was coming back. So, what I did was, I did 3 days of water fasting, and I just like really stayed with my community in love. And both these two things, they really like took away the infection entirely. So, what the antibiotics in the bloodstream directly couldn't do, I was like, coming back from the water fasting and I was like, wow. And it was entirely gone. So I was like, there is something to this. So I then decided to start doing the water fasting every month for 3 days because I wanted these antibiotics out of my system.
Hmm.
And I could see its effect on my mind. I was feeling very clear, and the same with getting to know this person who was doing juicing and raw fooding. So he was doing it. He's my body coach. He's called Eustace. So much gratitude to his presence, everything that he gave to me when I
I
was
saw him on your video.
yeah, I was pairing every day, for the divine to give me health when I was going through all of these thought patterns that I was sharing with you, all the confusion how to be healthy, and then God gifted me with him, and he took me on the journey of high raw foods. So I was eating 99% fruits and I was traveling through Europe feeling amazing. My energy was like so good, and I felt the difference when you travel on cooked food and when you travel on raw food, what you attract, the vibrational frequency is completely different. And
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was mostly on fruits, and sometimes I would have like a little bit of cooked meal and little bit of salad. And I was not really doing much salads. And then he took me on a juice fast 60 days, and I started my YouTube channel. I was feeling amazing. I was working with kids. I had so much energy, and I just felt it, that calmness within. So this was
When you did the juice fast, was it fruit juices or was it vegetable juice or both?
it was mostly fruit juices. Sometimes I was told at that point that I could have coconut oil or coconut cream. So I was not having the oil, but I was making a juice kind of thing from the coconut cream that I don't do now. But I think at that point in life, it was good for me.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I cleared out and greens very rarely. I've mostly been on fruits like in the from the beginning, but now I eat only fruit. So then after this juice fast I became a raw vegan, and then I was eating a one salad meal with fat as well. But eventually I just like something kept telling me that go into only fruits, and I did it. Um, and I would say I haven't felt better on anything else but just fruits. The softness and the
Wow.
calmness and the expansion of the heart is just at another level. And the synchronicities, oh my God. Oh my God. Like I feel the divine forces, really in my cells. So
Yes.
Wow.
That is
yeah,
an amazing journey. I'm telling you, like going from in the hospital to this, sometimes things come to us at the oddest, time that really changes our life. So that is so good. I'm happy and blessed that you're here with us and that the doctors were wrong, of course, and you
Were
took
you
it
talking
into your
about
own hands.
the song by the Police in your video Synchronicity? Remember you mentioned in the video there was a song
there was a song.
called Synchronicity. Do you know that song?
No, I don't know, but I would love to know.
Oh, okay.
We'll
I
send you
thought
a
maybe you
link to
mentioned
it.
that. That might have been. Yeah, yeah. There's a song called Synchronicity by
Oh,
the group The Police
I
oh,
back in the
I'm
day.
definitely.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm always open to like good music because it helps me like, just change, transform my within. So I will definitely check it out.
Yeah. It's a rock song. It's back from the 80s, but it just reminded me when you said synchronicity.
Mhm.
Oh,
I
life is synchronicity. It's just about like developing that perspective to be able to see it's always there, everything, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you feel it one like, and I noticed that from doing this time on this raw journey, I started to do a lot more fruits. And I told you, even on like the second day, I was like, I just feel this weird, like you can't explain it until you do it. I feel like I was here and now I'm up here, just in like, I guess synchronicity is a good, I feel calm, yet I have energy. I feel less like stressed in like different situations that work would bring up. I'm always on this even, you know and one of the things that I was like, of course, people that I tell, they're like, how are you going to get enough protein is the big thing. And then I always struggle with keeping like maintaining weight. Can you do that with all fruits? And I mean, I guess you're living proof of it. But just for our listeners that might be worried about the protein and different things and keeping weight, is that something that you struggled with, or how do you do that?
Yes, I would love it's a great, great question, and I would really like to like share my insights on it. So as we go on the journey of raw foods, what happens is mostly in the beginning, we are losing weight because we are losing all the toxins that are there in our system. And it's only normal because we are built of things that don't serve us. And even I did. When I left salt, I shrunk. And it was so difficult because we're so attached to the way we look and the way society tells is the best way to look.
Yes.
So I was quite like, I had to go through this like transformation within myself where I was like, I have to really detach from how I look. And that was like the internal process that just happens as you go on the journey and just like keep yourself open to transforming. And that feeling that you say when you received like the life force and trusting, really trusting in it. So initially people would lose weight, but what happens is as you heal your body, you go through different cleanses and fasting, which is very important on the journey. Your body learns to absorb more. So a lot of people would actually release their anorexia and all those problems if they continue on being on the path for a long period of time. So consistency and staying on the path, trusting, cleansing, allowing a lot of rest to the body, which is water fasting. If you see this guy with whom I recently met, Jeff, he was skinny as anything, when he was going on the journey. And right now, he's even better than what he was initially. And in the journey, he healed his Crohn's disease. He was
Oh, that's
completely out.
wonderful.
He was completely like bed rested, his body was distraught. And most of us are on that path. If we are not eating good food now or later, it's going to come up. If we're not maintaining our bodies with other things, with fasting, with nurturing through sun, or barefoot walking and prayer, meditation, love,
Yes.
and reprogramming ourselves every day. So I also lost weight And probably on the scales, maybe I still don't weigh as much as I was, of course, but I
Right.
see that my ideal weight was not that. And probably in the future, I would be able to gain even more as I if I intend to. But I personally, right now, I always receive compliments. Everyone just shares with me that that I think like, that they think that
Yes.
I'm healthy. Yeah. And
Definitely. You look very healthy. Like, I think that's one of the things that I couldn't like believe. I was like, wow, okay, so I could do only fruit because I've been leaning in that direction, but I'm still having that salad in the evening for my dinner because I guess it's like, you know, I had to get rid of everything I was programmed to think anyway. And that's just a new level of my journey. I feel like, because it's something's been pulling me to do that. And then the fact that you did it and you're at a healthy weight, and I think it's just eating enough sometimes. Before we move on, I just want to welcome in Buddha 1000, our awesome moderator. Thank you. She did fruit for a week a couple of weeks ago and told us her journey. So I was really proud of her. And Angela, our workout coach, thank you for joining. Everyone, go please like her channel as well, Boomer and Beyond Wellness. She said, you're fabulous. What stunning energy. I agree.
oh,
Yes.
thank you.
You are like with Dawn, she's loving it. I know because you mentioned fasting, and I'm loving it because you're raw. And I'm like, you're just like the perfect person for us to have on with this energy.
Definitely.
Thank you, thank you. So
And
yeah,
you,
so as I
go
tell
ahead.
me.
Oh, I was going to say you can continue. Sorry.
Yeah, no, thank you. So, as I was sharing about even protein, it's a myth that we need so much protein. It's actually what we need to focus on is increasing our absorption abilities. If you look at mother's milk, it's only 7% by calories protein. So we don't need that much. And it's just like basically in the matrix of human consciousness that has been put so that we consume all these animal products and we consume all these protein powders. But most of us basically are suffering from excess of protein, and that's why if you see bodybuilders, they have lots of kidney problems. And when I detoxed of all the food, my kidneys, which is also the center of fear. If people have kidney problems, that means we are storing in a lot of fear, and not to be scared of it, but really embrace it in love and be like, yo, I love you, my fear. I can release you. It's just fear. The power of love is so strong. So really knowing that we don't need as much protein, and we need to basically, if we want to build muscle, then we need to exercise. It's not going to be the muscle that we traditionally see, because that's made of toxins, that's made of excess protein. But like, there are lots of people in the industry, for example, Eli Mata, Free Melon Society, who have really good muscle, and they are really like, their muscle is flexible, they can do so many amazing things, the energy that they radiate is amazing also, and that's made of only fruit. So it's the exercise which gives the muscles, and we don't need so much protein, and we really need to focus on increasing our absorption capabilities, so cleansing the body, and really focusing on eating the right food and moving, and also intention, that we're
I love the way you
radiating.
said, I love you, my fear, because it's just like what Eckhart Tolle says. If you identify with your pain body and become your pain body, then it overtakes you. And,
Yeah.
you don't scold it. You don't, oh, get away from me, or I'm stupid. No, you have to say, okay, I was telling Janice about something the other day. I was like, embrace your fear, feel it in the moment, and then let it go. It's like, okay, I acknowledge that I'm afraid of this thing. Yes, to me, that in my perception, that is a bad thing if that were to happen. But now that I'm accepting of it, acceptance is key. Now that I'm accepting of it, I can release that negative energy from it because I'm accepting. I'm no longer resisting it. And
Exactly. Thank
and
you
then I
for
can
that.
move forward. And I love that you incorporate the mental aspect of this as well, and the spiritualness that goes along with this, because that's also a part of it.
I
That's amazing.
struggle with like at least when I turned 40, I have like a lot of sort of OCD where I have a lot of worry and I had a lot of anxiety. And I was telling Dawn that this actually in like 3 weeks, even that little bit of time, I'm already feeling those things alleviate. Where like I really felt really good when I'm vegan. Don't get me wrong, and just highly raw, but being on the mostly fruits and just raw, it's a whole different, it's a whole different thing. You just feel differently. So, and I'm thankful
Yeah.
for both of your knowledge in this field, because I definitely need to work on that, on the all the other stuff. I feel like I have the diet right. I need to get with the exercising and the meditation and learning that type of thing to complete the journey.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree that it's like a whole process, and I think food is just a tool. What we're really, all of us are looking for is connection from that higher self, connection from with nature, connection with what is happening around us. And if we put in food which is full of life force, what it does is provide the connections in the cells, and it just regenerates the cell, and then the cells are vibrating in that frequency of life force. So just the path becomes so much easier, because if we nourish ourselves with natural frequency, we automatically move into natural frequency, and this natural frequency is frequency of love and connection. So that's why it's very, very important to not focus on just one thing. Or I would say, yeah, you can focus on one thing, but like really incorporating other aspects of it as well. Yeah.
Yes, and
And
I
that's
love the
something like
name Expand Love. That's
yeah,
your
that's a
YouTube
beautiful
channel,
thing.
right? I love
Oh,
it.
wow, thank you. Thank you.
I love it, and you can just tell that you are expanding love even in the pictures. Let me ask you this: we have a question from the audience, but that also brings me another to another question that I'm sure everybody's wondering. Well, I would like to find out what you eat, like what's a regular day of eating look like for you. And but vegan
Yeah.
bohemian said, "Do you eat the banana peel as a raw vegan?" I certainly don't, but I'm interested in your answer to this.
Yes. What did she ask?
She wants to know if you eat the peel of the banana.
Oh, wow.
I think that's to
Okay.
protect the banana, in my opinion. I know it's used for a
Yeah.
bunch of things, but I don't eat it. So,
No, I respect. I respect all kinds of eating. I also even respect people who eat meat, because it's like compassion for fellow human beings who are animals as well, and everyone is on their journey. I
yes,
was eating animal products. I never ate meat actually in my life, but I was consuming milk and other products, and at that awareness and what I knew, I was doing my best. So everyone is always like, doing their best, and the bodies know the path. The body, if I would have eaten probably only fruit when I was eating high raw vegan, my body wouldn't have been able to cope up. So it changes, and if people are eating different kinds of raw foods and they're eating and consuming the peels, it's just that at that point in life, that is something that is uh, best
Good
for
for them.
them. Yeah,
You've
exactly.
never eaten meat ever?
No.
oh, that's
Wow.
great.
That's
That is
amazing.
excellent. I wish I had
Yeah.
known this earlier. I didn't start this until 42, so you are definitely on a very healthy journey. Even and at that point, what? How long did you have the dairy products, and what kind of led you to not having those any longer? Was it something you heard or saw?
Yeah. So, first of all, a lot of gratitude and love to my parents, because, that they brought me up in a vegetarian family, and a
That's
lot of
good.
my ancestry has been vegetarian. So I think maybe in my lineage we never ate meat. It's also quite possible, which I think really keeps the genes really, good, because the our genes also get degenerated as we consume different kinds of food. So as you ladies choose veganism and raw veganism, you're really transforming the generations ahead, and you're, really doing great work also. So
Yeah.
uh, uh, I became a vegan for the love for animals, and it's so amazing when we choose something good for others, we always will receive so much good for ourselves as well. But I would say I became a raw vegan for my health and a fruitarian for my health, Um, because even a vegan diet can be very unhealthy with all the oils, the processed food, fats, and
Yeah.
gourmet. I mean, it's not really regenerating for the body. It does good for at some level, but not really. So as you were asking, what do I eat in a day? I usually wake up and do intermittent fasting. So I try to eat around 11. It changes, but mostly like 16 hours of intermittent fasting, and then I have been eating watermelon for the last 4 years every day, I think.
I love watermelon. We just got one delivered.
We
Yeah.
eat a lot of
So,
watermelon and
yeah, yeah,
a lot
with
of
Robin.
grapes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice. If you get the organic ones, grapes are also very good. So as I've been moving ahead in the journey, I've been realizing that watery fruits is what I really like, and because it just flushes out and so much old waste probably which is still going out. It takes years and years of cleansing. So that's what I start with watermelon. My what how much I eat has been decreasing. So it's interesting. I'm not losing weight, and the much I eat is decreasing. So now I like to have three-fourths of a watermelon mostly, not very big, this big probably. And after that, I wait for some time, and then I have one papaya. Before I was having two, and sometimes when I don't sleep as much or I'm stressed, I eat more. But on the days when I've done my meditation and I'm really connected, I just eat like one papaya. Really good with the digestion. Mostly papayas are not having many chemicals wherever you go in the world because they don't like it and they easily grow. So I love papayas, and fruits that are also high in the tree have more life force, and they don't absorb as much pesticides because it goes on the ground. And if they have skin, is very good to consume if we don't have organic produce, and it's actually very difficult to get organic produce around anywhere in the world, I would say. Um, at least in Asia, as I'm seeing now. And
Hmm.
it's also very expensive, like really expensive. So
Yeah.
these are different ways that I try to avoid pesticides. And then the next meal is usually a heavier meal. Here, sometimes I have mangosteen or durian or mangoes. It changes the last meal. But this is what I mostly eat. My diet is super simple. I don't like
Hmm.
to mix. Sometimes I mix when I'm with my friends or family. I also like to eat dragon fruit sometimes and like incorporating it. But simple, as simple as I can. Watermelon and papayas are my staple, and the last meal I play around with a little bit. I have never eaten banana peels, but I know people who consume even pineapple cover, and they just like change it
Really?
and do it. Yeah,
I see
yeah.
that vegan that Bohemian has really good information. She said that the peel actually contains B12, 5 banana peels daily recommended. About really, I did not know that at all. I love learning from my guests and the people in the comments. This is so great. Thank you. And she said the oh yeah, 5 banana peels. I had no idea. I definitely learned something new today. So I knew I had seen a post on Facebook where people could use banana peels for a number of different things, like household things, but I had never heard of eating them. So I'm really excited to learn something new. Thank you for that. And thank you for telling us. And I totally messed up a papaya. I got one and I cut it open too early. It was so solid, hard, because I don't we don't get them that much around here, at least not locally. So I got it from the store, and I couldn't even eat it. But I'm really excited now. What are some other fruits that are high that you recommend? Would that be if people are wondering, that have the least pesticides that you were mentioning?
Yes. So, oh yeah, okay. So it depends where you are in the world, but jackfruit is really good. Mostly people don't put in much pesticides. They have very thick cover. Durian, what was it? Mangoes, if they're growing naturally, in farms.
Okay.
Bananas are super good. mostly they don't have pesticides and chemicals, very easily grow everywhere, so very easy to find organic also. um uh there's champadak, um let me think, avocados,
Hmm.
yeah, usually. And then apples also, if they're not sprayed. Pear, peaches are also growing up. But again,
Hmm.
you have to, like, apples can sometimes be very sprayed because they're very commercially grown, and you have to
Yeah.
take out the peel if you eat it like that. So I
Right.
don't really recommend that. But yeah, this is what comes to my mind right now.
Thank you. That's interesting. And I guess another question people probably have is, do you feel hungry when you're doing this? Because a lot of people are like, oh, I'd be so hungry. But I feel like, especially if I have watermelon, I may need more in a little bit later, but I definitely always feel full when I eat fruit. Oddly enough, I used to think, even if eating raw, in the beginning, I used to have some nuts or something, like higher fat with it, some olives. But now I can eat raw because your body kind of gets used to it.
Yes. In the beginning, it was not so easy because we're not hungry. We are used to the density that comes with the food. So, like, we're just used to feeling numb because there's so many, uneven things that are in our consciousness sitting there. And I completely understand because I've been there, and I also sometimes come, to spaces where I'm just like stressed and getting into my pattern. So, what happens on this diet is that you really become aware of your patterns. They also flow through you very, very easily. So the emotions are easy to, like, just get past. As she was saying, really accepting those emotions is much more easier. But the hunger in the beginning is difficult to, like, uh, to remember that hunger is actually very much different from unease and just the habit of eating. And
Mhm.
how we must go through it is slowly changing our gut microbiome because we crave for what we are made of, slowly getting to used to the feeling of emptiness, so doing intermittent fasting, times in the day that you choose not to eat. And in the beginning, really feeding yourself with as much fruit as you want, where our needs should be met. So, as you said, you don't feel hungry after eating watermelon because it has a lot of carbs. So if our nutritional needs are met, then also we crave less. So the more we start cleaning up the diet, the more we start cleaning the body, it gets easier and easier to be in states of, just feeling empty and light. Um,
And that goes
yeah,
away.
come again.
That goes away. You don't feel the hunger pain as much if
Yeah,
you get used to it.
Yeah, and your stomach
exactly.
will need less, you know,
Yes.
to eat. It seems.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you
And
feel about the after you finish your thought there? I was wondering. You mentioned, and I hear a lot of raw vegans talk about the monotype meals, where not like some people think you need this huge variety of all different fruits for your body, but I've been hearing more about just the way that we're actually designed. One fruit at a time is actually what we're truly probably meant to eat.
yes, yes. So just to finish the thought process of, and thank you for asking the another question. But uh, what was I? There was this one more point that I wanted to bring forward. Yes. So it's basically transitioning is very important, and really honoring and loving and accepting yourself in the process is important. Which is that in the beginning, you would want to eat lots of fat, lots of, fruit, overeating and eating at different times of the day. Just honor it. Just like do it, do it, do it. And as you accept it, it falls off on your own instead of like resisting and being like, I have to be perfect in the first go. I have to eat only the mono meals. I have to freaking become a breatharian.
Right.
These ideas are not good at all. Just like really being like, oh, I really feel like eating this today and like eat it. And maybe, because of the expansion of yourself, it will really flow through very nice, and you will feel, it's not as good as if I only eat watermelon. So really intuition, tuning into your body is very, very important in the process. And slowly transitioning through, not like being I am perfect in one go, because everybody is different. The perfection for everybody at different phases in life is different. So
True.
that is the key for dealing with the hunger pangs, and not being able to feel full in the beginning. Yeah, absolutely normal that you don't feel good, and it's best that you feel it like that right now. Know that if you will slowly move into that lightness as you're really accepting, because the frequency of acceptance is light also. So light, all kinds of light. The next question that you asked was, can you remind me?
Yes, I was just saying. Oh, now I've forgotten what it was. I must need. What did they say? Blueberries were necessary for my memory. I think,
I
right?
think you
Or
were
was it
asking about,
pineapple?
were you
I
asking
remember.
about mono meals?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
exactly it.
yeah,
Thank you, Dawn.
yeah.
I
Thank
guess
you.
going into
Thank
the
you,
other
darling.
part, I forgot the new question.
Yes. So, um, I think again, it's a lot about increasing the absorption capacity. People do so good in mono meals, and there was this documentary that I was watching in which they told that all kinds of grass is also edible, and if there is a famine at some point in someone's life, they can just grow eat grass, and they will be healthier than they were before. So the problem in today's society is excess of nutrition, excess of toxins, and actually not lack of nutrition at all. We do look at these numbers on paper, but I really personally think that they are probably not the best markers for our health. They can put in doubts in our system when we are healing and transforming. And what is the marker of health is how is it that you're feeling, and what is it that you're connecting with, the energies that you're connecting with is really health. Like people heal through
Yes.
dancing, people heal through like just following their life force, people heal through just like following joy in life. And
Yes.
food, like comes, if the food comes through that space, and you're not really overfeeding yourself, then there are people who would heal of just following one meal a day, and maybe they're eating like something that is not so good, just because you're not overburdening your system with food. So there's so many ways of healing, and simplifying, and and resting the body and following the life force is the key, I would say. So I eat so less variety, and actually the more variety I increase in my food, I feel less good. So
Hmm.
I would say through my experience is monomealing is amazing, amazing. Just have to digest one kind of food. And I think that science really, this is like really my personal thought, but I really like believe in it. It's science tries to like bifurcate like everything into this protein, this nutrition, this, vitamins. But can we really do that? Can we
Right.
really cut a papaya and be like, this is all that it has? Every
Right.
time we go, like some other mineral comes, some other vitamin comes. Maybe before, like there was no vitamin B12, that we were looking at. And really like cutting in everything. I feel what we need is life force, and we can get it through all kinds of living foods. And the simpler, the better, I really feel. So what we need to focus on is eating life force. And people heal the most on mono fruits. Like
Hmm.
I was really, I have interviewed so many people, and they said there was this one lady who said when she was eating only golden melons, she healed her IBS. And then there is a book
Wow.
called, I think, Grapefruit Cure, and she healed her long-lasting cancer when she was just having grapes. So that is really indicative that the simpler the better. Do we really need all of this variety? I'm not sure.
Right.
Yeah,
And in
I
my
don't think
personal
so.
experience, yeah,
I would
I
think
think
if you think of it, like let's say we don't have the modern technology and things we have now to go drive and all of this, and we're looking for food, we probably would find a plethora of food and eat it. We wouldn't say, "Oh, I just need a little bit of this, and I'm going to run over here and grab a couple of. I'm going to go climb another tree." If you found food, I mean, I'm really thinking of it now in a different way that And I found out that fruit is a lot easier on our digestion and requires less insulin. And it's starting to make a lot of sense. So thanks for helping us clarify that.
Yeah, it just reminds me, if you were a monkey in the monkey, no, if you were living in the forest as a human, you find one mango tree, you would just go on that mango tree, all eat all the mangoes. You wouldn't be like, hey, there is a banana tree, I want to mix and match with them, you know?
Right. You'd save your
So,
energy.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think that is excellent. What do you feel about? I always see this people now that I've been getting in a lot of the fruit groups. I guess they argue about these like cucumber and tomato. Like, are they, in your opinion, considered fruit? I mean, obviously by definition, but a lot of fruitarians don't consider some of them fruits. I notice, or do you feel like it's mostly the sweeter fruits that are best for us?
I was trying to eat cucumbers a lot at some point in time, and I think it's because it has so many seeds and you have to really flush out all those seeds. It just didn't feel right, and it doesn't give you so much energy. But at that time, I just wanted to eat something bland, you know. So I
Yeah,
ate it, and I realized that um, I don't want to eat it.
right.
And
Listen to
it's
your
the
body,
same,
right?
yeah, and it's the same with tomatoes. I tried eating them, but I just feel so good on sweet fruits.
Hmm.
So I do eat them sometimes, but those are the days when I'm like, okay, I want to eat something bland and something different. But because they don't give so much energy, my desire even for like the citrus fruits has decreased a lot. So
Hmm.
also because you don't find them ripe very easily. People usually harvest them very early, and when you eat them, they don't have that much life force. So in today's world, it's really difficult to like say from sometimes from our observation because the foods that we get is not so good. But I do feel very nourished on sweet fruits only, so that can be the path for sure.
I think that
Awesome.
there's a myth that there's too much sugar in fruit, but sugar in fruit is very different from processed sugar, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. I think I don't know if you saw my video, but I did my blood results. My sugar levels been
Yes,
amazing. Yeah, 2 years of only fruit, 4 years of high raw food, high fruits. So
it
there's
is
nothing.
perfect.
The fruit sugar is amazing for us.
She is not protein deficient, everyone. Let's set it. You heard it here, right? Angela said, I have a huge watermelon daily right now, Miami Beach, and working out in the sun gets very sweaty and hot. I love the watermelon. Yes, it is definitely one of my
Very
favorites
satiating.
too. Yes.
I
Um,
agree. I think
I,
I'm a watermelon now. All you see is watermelon
but
energy.
you are what you eat, right? What if you came on
Yeah,
and it was just a picture of a watermelon, right?
consciousness is amazing.
Yes, it's very filling too. I would say if you're just starting, that's a really good one to,
Yeah, I love
kind of
watermelon.
get your hunger, if you're starting out. A lot of people I notice start their day with watermelon first thing, that I've been listening to, and including you said that as well. I love it. There was how do you also like help people if they want to go on this journey? I've seen, do you do like a coaching?
Yes, yes. I do coaching. I have coaches who coach me in my team as well. So we do weight loss for people, we do detox, we also do regenerating of the cells to reverse diseases. And I have two people in my team as well. Both of them whom I mentioned, one who helped me with my mental reprogramming, and Vishnu and Eustace who helped me with my body coaching. And I also coach people personally when they sign up for the program. So we focus both on body as well as mind, so we really do all the cleansing of the body, and like teaching people how to go into high raw vegan and vegan, juice fasting, fruitarian, whatever is suited for them at that point in life. We really
Hmm.
go in depth and we do personalized coaching. So it's not like a generalistic thing that we do. We go into the body, honor it, consider it as a temple, and give it everything that it needs both from the aspect of like food, but also from the aspect of releasing traumas, moving more and more into opening their heart and self love and reprogramming the mind. And, getting into the lighter frequencies, also just to working on meditation, breath work, whatever is suitable for them. So,
Awesome.
we do, yeah. We take them on like some people are just ready for 1 month, so we take them on a 1 month journey. But I personally really like to build in the foundation and work with people for 3 months and just like bring them into a new person.
That's
That's
great.
awesome.
And would that be something you could give us a link to so we can put that in the description after the video is up for the replay? And is it your website they would go to?
Yes, yes. So there are three different ways that anyone can get to know more about me. Number one is my website that I will be sharing also. Then there is my YouTube, wherein you will also find videos, which has a link so that you can directly contact me and do a free call where I can basically talk to you about your journey and give you a roadmap and decide if you want to work with each other. Then there's also Instagram, where you can find me on from the same name, expand.love.
Okay, that's great. I love it. And that is where I found her on YouTube. And you were so kind. I know I commented and not even like, a little bit later I got a response from you. So I love how responsive you are. I'm sure you're a great coach, and and really help people in the reversing disease and and dealing
Oh,
with
you're
the
in the
mental
matrix.
part. I love that, because you're not just focusing on the food, because there's so much else going on, that people, if they're on this healing journey, which is, definitely something that we kind of, we always joke about it. Dawn is our, mind guru over here. She definitely can help people when it comes to dealing with fear and anxiety, and I'm on that journey, but I'm definitely have researched so much about food, and this is a new, I think we're always growing and learning. So like this new thing that I don't know, something was just pushing me to go raw. Something was telling me, we had a guest minister of wellness that was talking about how fruits are much better for our healing and our digestion. And I started looking into it, and I was like, wow, just when you think you've learned everything you can, it's like, fruit. And it just kind of
It goes more.
opened up this world, and it opened us up to you so that you could come on and tell us all of your knowledge. Is
Oh.
there anything you'd like to tell everyone, like if they're trying to start their journey, or any advice or anything you want to mention?
First of all, I would like to thank both you ladies for making my morning and like bringing in your presence and doing this live. It really brings in great energy for me and for everyone. And I really, really like respect and honor and thank you for everything that you do and that you're spreading in the world. I know it comes from a space and, deep within you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you
Thank
everyone
you.
for also watching and, receiving. Thank you all for being such a beautiful mirror of love. Um, uh, and if I had to share anything with the people, I want to remind them that they are the divine spark of life. They are everything. They have everything within them all the time. If they want to access it, it's just about opening yourself up from within. And you're all amazing. You're all, just light beings. So radiate it, live it, thrive on it. And the way to access it is just very simple, which is like whatever brings love in your heart, just like focus on it and allow it to like just come in your vibration, and from there love is a miracle cure. It just takes you to spaces, it takes you to fruit, it takes you to people, it takes you to everything, the life force, the adventures, the passion, everything. So allow that space, and that is God, that is you, and that is everything. Yeah.
That is
That's awesome.
beautiful. Thank you. And thank you, Buddha, for joining. She said, let's get Regan to 15,000 subscribers. Yes, we need a long way to go. And don't forget to
That's moderator on YouTube.
But
subscribe
but
to
but
Kartika's. channel as well, Expand Love. If you guys, I'll link it in the description. And JJ Video Reacts over here, if you can definitely get to her channel too, Expand Love. And Angela, thank you for joining. I know you were loving the part where she said about you have to work out, because Angela is this great, excellent workout coach. And Vegan Bohemian, I'm so glad you joined us. And that she said, I love watermelons too. So that seems to be the consensus. We are all watermelon fans here.
Yes. Watermelon sugar high.
I am really truly honored. We both are, that you came and spent some time with us and brought that energy. It'll continue to flow through YouTube on this stream. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you, darling. Yeah. Thank you, both of you. So much love.
Much love.
Thank you so much for being here, and I really enjoyed it. I love watching your videos.
Me too.
And you exude so much energy and so much positive energy, very positive frequency. So yeah, I'm happy to be subscribed to your channel, and I'll be watching.
Definitely.
I'll continue.
We'll be watching all of the information that you have. Thank you for helping us on our journey and for being here.
Thank you, darlings, for receiving, because the frequency is in you. And thank you for being such a beautiful mirror. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for watching. And
thanks, everybody, for coming and hanging out with us.
Thank you. And the replay will be up. I'll send you over the link.
Buddha, I will see you tomorrow at Takeover Tuesday, sweetie. Thank you again for coming, and thank all of Jen's guests for coming down there. Thank you so much, guys.
Yes, thank you.
Jen, you want me to go ahead and end it with the poem?
Yes, please. This is a poem that we end our live stream with. Thank you.
Wow.
If we can become a plant-based nation, we could get off all our medication. We want to keep doing things like we were, donating to organizations claiming to fight for a cure. But the cure is already in front of our eyes, and it's time for us to wake up and realize. We may not want to believe we have control. It's easier for most of us to metaphorically live in a hole. So many stories of how being plant-based has reversed disease. It's funny that we can't stop eating meat with ease. We want to continue to look for the answer, yet people have reversed even cancer. I think finally as a nation, it's time to give people the truthful information. Your hard-earned money is what you pay to take your medicine day after day. Sadly, there's a lot of money being made in people staying sick. This has to finally make something click. We have to have this revelation that a cure means not selling medication. There's so many myths and misconceptions, but it's eye-opening once you make the connections. That meat and dairy are causing insulin resistance. It's not sugar and carbs causing diabetes, for instance. Scientifically, our bodies are not set up like carnivores. We model those who eat plants. If you can heal, why not give it a chance? You follow your car's owner's manual for what gas it takes, yet for our bodies without care, we feed it steaks. That's like giving an unleaded car diesel to drink. Our bodies will reject it, don't you think? I'm not here to tell you what to do, but to be a voice, that when it comes to your health, you have the choice. With just a few adjustments to your diet, I can help if you just want to try it. I've found testimonials that people have reversed every ailment and disease by simply eliminating meat, eggs, milk, and cheese. There's a tasty substitute for all the things you already eat. You can get all your nutrients without eating meat. Save the animals, the environment, and yourself just by making a few different selections off the grocery store shelf. It's never too late. I've seen it work at all age ranges. It's my passion, and I can't wait to hear about your positive health changes. It's time for the world to wake up and heal, and you can start with your very next meal.